So here we are guys, Gosfield Hall, a real gem in the wedding industry and exclusively yours on your wedding day. We're going to start with the honeymoon suite. You'll have access to this space from 11 AM on the day of your wedding. And just look at the grandeur of this room guys. I often hear couples say that once they've seen the honeymoon suite they were hooked, and it's easy to see why. It's the perfect space to get wedding ready with your besties, plenty of natural light streaming through, floor to ceiling mirrors and decor fit for royalty. It even comes with a huge ensuite bathroom where brides can put their dress on away from prying eyes, and it's a super convenient way to do the big reveal when you're ready. A clean, minimalist vibe with lots of floor space to finish up getting ready. I'll show you a few examples I've taken from the honeymoon suite to reveal its potential. It's one of my favourite areas at Gosfield Hall, so it's hard to choose just a few memories. I like to mix it up and use most of the areas available at the honeymoon suite to capture meaningful moments. Now, the groomsmen on the other hand are not a million miles away from the bridal suite. A short walk along this corridor and up the stairs to what is known as the King's apartment. Grand as you would expect, and this room can hold a fair few people. I've shot weddings here with 8 to 10 people on the groom's side, so it's more than adequate for most weddings. Again, plenty of windows drawing that natural lighting and dark wood furniture adding to that royal feel that Gosfield Hall pulls off so well. Here's a few examples from real weddings shot inside the King's apartment before we move on. This is the Queen's Gallery, one of the 2 indoor ceremony options. It's worth noting here that the trees and the white rug you see are optional extras for your consideration. Your guests will sit in 2s and 3s either side of the aisle, which adds depth to the hall. The bride and groom will stand this side of the table as we look at it, with the registrar often standing on the other side. Here's a look at the Queen's Gallery from the opposite side of the hall to give you an idea of its size. Let's take a look at how this space looks during real weddings. Next is the Grand Salon, my absolute favourite space at Gosfield Hall. Such a versatile room that can cater for drinks and canopies, group shots, couple shots, games and of course wedding ceremonies. Now at the time of filming the Grand Salon was set up for an open day, so unfortunately I couldn't show you how it looks during a ceremony, but this is how it looks if you opt to have cocktail hour in here. I'll show you some real wedding examples of how I've used the Grand Salon over the years. Having areas like this is such an asset because it doesn't matter what the weather is doing on your wedding day, you'll get stunning moments regardless, and for me this is worth the investment alone. The library, a popular area for the guests to meet pre-ceremony and for drinks and canapes post-ceremony, especially in the winter months. I've used this space for group shots, wedding details, reveals and couple shots in the past. It's super versatile and has incredible views overlooking the terrace and grounds. Your guests will most likely use the terrace in the warmer months to enjoy drinks, but the nice thing is you have options. I've put together some aerial scenes to best show the terrace and surrounding areas. I'll now show you some of the ways you can utilise these areas to capture some cute memories. What you see now is the grounds surrounding the Georgian manor. I'll often take my couples for a walk along these pathways and keep the energy flowing and candid. In front we see the iconic fountain, a lovely place to capture some amazing scenes, particularly because the sun sets on the other side of the fountain as we look at it from this angle. Remember, you have full access to the grounds at Gosfield Hall, so there are so many options available to you. Here's a few examples of what I've captured over the last decade here. The grand staircase, a central feature situated next to the grand salon. It's worth noting here that the flowers going up the staircase are an optional extra. I'll often use this space for some candid couple shots, and it also plays host to the cake cut. I'll show you some images I captured from this space so you get an idea of how it might look on your wedding day. The ballroom, complete with the luxe package seen here, but this is an optional extra, so please contact Gosfield Hall if you'd like to discuss any upgrades. In my opinion, this is the grandest space at your disposal on your wedding day. Chandeliers, huge mirrors and ornate carpentry make this a dream location for your sit-down meal and speeches. Here's a few examples from real weddings captured in this space. Now, I couldn't gain access to the bar and dance floor at the time of filming because the staff were getting ready for the open day, but the bar and dance floor are situated through the door at the end as we look at this footage from the library. I'll show you some images I captured from this space so you can get an idea of how it might look on your wedding day. So my mini walk around at Gosfield Hall has now come to an end. If you're thinking of booking this beautiful venue for your wedding day, contact Linda on the details you see on the screen. If you enjoyed my photography examples and would like to know more, please contact me using the details provided here, and I very much look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much for taking a look, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm Chris Woodman, owner of Chris Woodman Photography. Please give me a subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.